Hi, how you doing? There were lots of people who made a request on the forum on my website for a lesson on how to change strings. So I'm going to do that now. This is going to be the acoustic guitar, and then I'll do electric guitar as a separate lesson. So today I'm going to change my G string. Whee! Okay, the guitar that I'm using is a Maton acoustic. Most acoustic guitars, steel string acoustic guitars, are going to be the same. The first thing that we need to do is loosen the string that we're going to change. So I'm going to change here this third string. You normally know when your strings need changing when they change colour from what they look like up the top. So if you look at the top of the guitar and they're nice and shiny, and you look at the rest of the string and it's really dull, that's probably a good time to change. Or the other trick is to just run your fingernail under the edge of one of the thin strings, and if you get loads of kind of finger gunk off it, it's probably about time to change the string. So what I'm doing now is I'm just loosening off that string so I can pull it quite far out. So it's now, it's not really doing anything now, it's completely loose. Once it's completely loose, I'm going to cut the string. Now, I use this little fancy string winder, string cutter combination thing that I bought in a music shop. Who makes it? Planet Waves make it, which I think is pretty cool. But you could just use normal metal cutters. Don't use scissors because you'll screw your scissors up. So if it's don't go borrowing your mum's sewing scissors and cutting your guitar strings because you'll ruin them. Okay, now I generally cut it in the middle. Doesn't have to be, but you need to cut it somewhere. So we've cut the string in the middle. Now we're just going to unwind the string from the top and pull it out. Then at the other end we need to remove the pin. Now you'll see here that the strings are held in there with a little pin. Now most of the time you can't get it out with your fingers. I'll just try. Actually, I can get it out with my fingers just now, so I can just pull the pin out using my fingernail. However, quite often these kind of string winder things come with a little indented bit in the end of them, which you can slide around the pin and pull it, and it pulls the pin out. Just in case you ever wondered what that thing was for, if you have one of these, that's the general idea. So I've taken the pin out and put the pin in a safe place where you can find it later. You don't want to lose it, otherwise you won't get your string back in. And then I'm going to pull out the excess. So you can see it's got a little ball on the end. That's the thing that holds the string in. Now, this is a stupid little thing, but I always teach this if I'm teaching anyone about how to change strings. And that's try and make sure that you roll your string up quite tightly. So roll it a couple of times and then just fold the excess string around the edge of it, so it kind of makes it up into a little circle. Now the reason for this is cats and dogs seem to like eating guitar strings. Beats me, I've tried eating them, they don't really taste very nice. So it's a really good idea to wind it up into a little ball and then make sure you stick it in the bin right away, because one of my old cats had it chewed on it and it went straight through her little cheek, the poor little thing. Had to trip to the vet and stuff, cost a fortune. So definitely wind your string up into a little ball and then straight into the bin. If you could put that in the bin for me there, Jedi. Okay, so now I've got my new string. Now, I'm a big fan, I'm sorry for the plug, but I use DR strings. I really think they're fantastic strings. I'm endorsed by them, but I used them for many, many years before I had a deal, and the reason I used them for so long is because I really think they're the best. They seem to last for ages and they've got a really, really great tone. So if you're not sure of what strings to try, I definitely recommend checking out your DRs. So anyway, here we go. Here's my DR string fresh out. Now be careful when you take it out of the box because they tend to spring open, and if you're not careful you probably get one in the eye, and that's not nice either. Okay, now we're going to start by putting the end with the ball on it into the hole. Now before we do that, I'm going to bend the string and put a little kink in it. Now the reason is that what's going to happen is once it goes inside the guitar, the pin is going to sit like this and hold the guitar in place. But what we don't want is the ball sitting at the end of the pin locked like that. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this or not. We might have to go for a close-up. Okay, we're going to go for a close-up now here on this, and I'm going to do it down near the guitar and show you exactly how it works. So Jedi, close-up please, mate. Okay, so here we are with the close-up. If you look here now at the pin and the string, it's going to sit in the guitar like this. The pin's going to go in and then the string's going to sit like that. Now if the ball sits here at the bottom of the pin, at some point as you're tuning up it's very likely to jump up, and if it doesn't do it while you're tuning, then it's likely to do it while you're playing, which is probably not what you want. It'll just mean your guitar goes out of tune. If you're doing a big telly show or something, you don't really want that. So the idea here of kinking the string is that once you put it in, the string will kind of go like that and sit in the pin slightly at an angle, and then it'll pull up and get wedged between the body of the guitar and the pin, which is better than it being caught at the bottom of the pin. So we've put a little kink in the string now, so it doesn't have to be 45 degrees, but you know, that kind of angle. Into the hole, feed it right into the hole, place the pin in the hole with making sure that you've got the hollow part of the pin facing toward the string. You put that in, keep a hold of it, and then pull the string back. And you'll be able to pull it quite hard, and that's now locked it in. You can see I can't even remove the pin now if I'm pulling on the string. The pin isn't going to come out. So that's it. That's a very good mechanism, which is sometimes it's a little hard to get out, which is why just while you're there and we're on a close-up, I'll show you that little tool again. You can see here with the little hollowed part. So you just literally place that around the pin, and that'll enable you to pull the pin out. So that's what the purpose of that tool. Okie dokie, I think we go. Actually, you can just stay there if you like, Jed. So I've held the pin in, and now I'm going to slide the guitar over up to the tuning peg. Now,